What's up, guys? Six String Stanger. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to put together this Fesley guitar Les Paul. We did a first video of this, just the unboxing, and seeing what it was all about, see what all it came with. Comes with a really nice neck, as you see here. Also, I want to correct myself, okay? I said these were abalone inlays. They are not. They're mother of pearl, okay? I did say they were abalone, but they're mother of pearl. I do apologize for that, okay? And number two, I do want to say that, you guys left a lot of comments talking about the finish on the guitar, because I said, oh man, it's already finished. It's ready to go, right? I mean, you can see there, it does have a nice sheen on it, okay? It's like a satiny type finish. Well, let's just flip over to this old timer here, and he'll read straight out of the book and let you guys listen to what he has to say.
Let me get my spectacles on here. It says here, the solid wood body of the guitar is sealed and prepared for various types of lacquer coating. A wide variety of finishes can be procured from DIY. Timber and automotive outlets and aerosol cans, making finish straightforward without requiring specialist skills. Yeah, I think that's what it says. Okay.
All right. You might want to check his diaper. I don't know. He might need to be changed. So, yeah. All right, guys. So that'll take care of that. As far as finish work goes, yes, I could, do a finish job on this of some type if I would like in the future. But as for now, I think I'm just going to leave it the way it is. It's very smooth. And I just want to get this thing put together and see how it plays, see how everything lines up, and see how it sounds, okay? All right, so give me a minute here. I got everything on the floor scattered around. I'm going to get something set up here where we can work, and we'll just kind of put things together, and we'll get it all nice and good, and hope for the best, okay? Give me a minute. All right, guys, so I got everything laid out. Well, as far as I got the body on the table, I got some bolts and stuff that I need here. We got our little instruction book here, as you can see. This is, whoops. Here's your parts list of all the stuff you'll need when you're doing the project. It shows you in the book. So we're just going to go through and we'll just try to follow this step by step. It tells you a list of things you would need to do the guitar itself. So, it's starting us out doing the wiring here. So, let's go ahead and try to get that figured out. It doesn't really say too much of what goes where. I don't think they're labeled that I know of. Okay. Although it does look like the green... I don't know. Let's just put it together. Hope for the best. Here we go. Alright, so I want to be careful doing this because I don't want to loosen any of the wires up, because this is all plug. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, that'll go over there. Alright, so this will all be into the body here, okay? Alright, let's see what we got here. So, these, I would say the green ones here probably would come down to here. And you know what's cool is I gotta get all these out of here. I gotta get all this stuff out. Let's just dump this on the table so I can knock these screws around and stuff everywhere. Alright, so I'm pretty sure I'll need a washer, okay? I want to look at something real quick as far as what we got. So, looking at this. Alright, so looking at this, it looks like we have the ones with the two capacitors here. We'll be going to this area, okay? So we'd have one here, I do believe. Let me look at that again. Alright, so looking at this, or looking at the picture anyway, and what it described, looks like we're going to go this way with it. Putting all these little potentiometers in here. These are small potentiometers here. Alright, so those will all go down inside of those holes. I think we'll just go ahead and start just trying to put one or two of these on. That way we won't have any issues here. Let's go ahead and get that on. Whoops, put this on like that. Let's try to get some of these put in place here. And hope for the best. Alright guys, here's this. Now, if you guys are wondering what I'm using, this is called the Octopus. I use this in a lot of my videos, you know, for doing DIY kits. Pretty awesome thing. It's got several different, you know, like bolt usages here that you could use, you know, which makes it really nice. You got a Phillips screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver. Just a really awesome tool to be able to put things together. So yeah, might want to check one out. It's from Musicnomad Care. If I remember, I'll leave one. I'll leave one of these down in the description down below. You guys want to check one out? Very useful item. All right, guys. So we got all this put in together there. That worked out really well. So I guess the next thing would be to there should be a wire here for the ground, and I'm not seeing it quite. There it is. Here's a ground wire. Right there's a ground wire, okay? That will go up into, let's see, there should be a hole somewhere. Right there. Alright, so there should be a hole right there. Man, it's hard to get into that. Let's see. Maybe I should have done that first. Okay, so, yep, there it is. So, ground wire comes through there for the bridge. So that's what will be your ground, of course. What else we got here? Then we, yep, almost forgot. Gotta put how are we gonna plug it in, Dave, if we don't have the output jack, right? We gotta have the output jack in here. Okay, so we'll just bring the output jack out. So for that, we gotta get, should be something else somewhere. Let me look. Oh, what'd I drop? I don't want to lose anything. I might have lost something. I don't know. Let's see here. You know, something fell out. So that's cool. That'll be fun to look for later, whatever it was. I'm looking for the jack plate. I know I've seen it earlier when I was digging all this out again, and I don't know where it is now, so that's cool. Alright, where is the jack plate, people? Come on now. I know it's here. That's all that. Oh, it's right there. Right here. Right here. Right here. Right here. It's in this bag here, guys. No, don't fret. Don't be afraid. It's okay. I am a mental case. Okay. So here's your jack plate here. Pretty simple stuff. Yeah, we'll go ahead. So that will be there. Okay. Yep, and I'm pretty sure that's what that's for. So that would go there. And that would go onto here like so. Alright. I don't know if that's the size. Nope. Yeah, I'm probably going to get a different size now for the jack plate because, yeah, I'm going to have to probably use a different thing. Sometimes this, you know, sometimes this works out well, sometimes it don't. In this case, that does not work very well because it's recessed. So that kind of makes it an issue there. But, so we'll just kind of leave that there, and I'll probably have to tighten that later with something, I'm sure. But at least we know that that's good. Okay, now I'll just have to remember to tighten that, and you know, we'll go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and put these 4 screws in that hold the jack plate on. Okay, goes right there. Looks like it lines up pretty decent. Now comes the fun stuff of, I wonder which ones are what. Give me a minute here. I'm going to have to figure some things out. Hang on. All right, so if Fesley's watching this, one thing that I will suggest for this is maybe when you're packaging the things up, like if you're packaging up the, basically don't put all the screws, every screw together and every nut and bolt together, because I think it creates a lot of confusion as far as what you're trying to do. I had to go through and separate each screw and see what sizes and things I have. I don't even know what all I got here, honestly. I just got a lot of different sizes of screws. You probably can't see it's out of frame here, but I have a lot of different ones, and I know what some are for. I know what some are not for. Of course, these big ones here, that's going to be for the neck. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm going to assume, because I have 4 of these that are all the same size, I'm going to assume these, and they're 4, and I need 4 for the jack. But I'm just going to say, if you're packaging, put them separately. You know what I mean? So if you have the jack with all the electronics and stuff, put the nuts and bolts and screws with that pack. And then so on and so forth. Like for your pickups, make sure you have those pickup screws and rings in with that pack. Just kind of separate everything. Make it a little more simpler. It's not horrible, but, if I was the first time doing this, and I'd be like, what in the hell, where does this go? And like right now, these screws are not going to work in there because these are a little too small. So, yeah, that's not going to work very well. Let me grab some other screws here. Maybe it's going to be these. Maybe it's probably going to be these. Okay, let's try these. If it's not these later, then we'll switch them out. But we'll use these for now. Okay, let's go ahead and get these in. All right, guys, there we go. We got the, so now we have the electronics in. We have the jack put in. That's all good there. So now, let's go ahead. Now we need to look at the next step and see what we got going on, okay? Let's do that. Where are we at? Okay, so naturally the longer ones are going to go up towards the pickup selector here. So we just got to feed these through wherever the hole would be, which is right here, okay? Let's see how easy this is. Everything's all bunched together, so that's kind of nice. Go ahead and put that there. All right, we should start seeing, oh, yep, there it is. Yeah, it's going all the way up, guys. You can see it going. It's like a snake. All right, so I'm just going to try to feed it through that way. Should start seeing it peek through here. I feel it. Yep, there's that. All right, anytime. There it goes. I think it's, we got her. We got her. Just got to pull them through. There it is. Okay. So there's that. That's pulled all the way through to this here. Okay. Now, here comes another interesting situation. Okay, so let me look at the directions real quick again here, okay? Are these numbered or anything? These are not numbered that I can tell. So, let me look at the directions here. I was thinking this would be a little more simpler, but it's really not so far. Okay, so let's see. Wire switch, potentiometers, guide the switch to the back of the body. We did that. Let's see. Wire the switch to the potentiometers. I wonder if it matters at all which ones you put where. Okay. All right. According to the book, it just says plug. Plug it up. There's no specific way, I guess. I don't know. So we're just gonna kind of go with it. All right. Just gonna plug one in and just gonna be done. I don't know. Kind of weird. Batteries are getting ready to die. Batteries are getting ready to die here. So we'll get this done, and I'll switch out the batteries, and we'll come back and move on to the next step. So yeah, these just plug in just like that. And like that. Okay. We'll have to do a quick test once we get all these plugged together and make sure everything's where it needs to be. But yeah, okay. I am going to switch the batteries out. We'll be right back in just a second. Okay, so now we're back. I switched out the camera, or switched out the batteries. So now I got excess wire here that I'm going to pull back through. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so we are good there. Let's see. I need help. Haha, we all need help, don't we? Okay. So I think my next thing here, where's the thing here? Yeah, okay. Here's this little doofloppy here. You know, you gotta have a doofloppy. Tells you from rhythm to whatever. Alright, so there's that. Put a washer on there. And then we put that on there. Like so. Try to line everything up. Okay. Alright guys, I think I got it here. So yeah, we gotta switch. Well. Okay, we want that to be nice and straight where we can go, hey man, that says rhythm and it says the other. Okay, so we got the nice big one right there, or the big opening. Tighten that down with, makes it nice and tight. Okay. Alright, so that's in place. Alright, we're looking good here so far. Not too bad. Got all these wires here stuffed down in. Not sure. Probably gonna have to pull some of that back. Would be my guess. Just a little bit. There we go. And gonna have a lot of excess wire here. Okay, so that part's done. Alright, now we're getting ready. I think we're getting close to do. Hey! Ha-ha! I'll be right with you. Okay, sorry about that. Alright, let's move on here. So we got that part done. We tightened up that. Okay, so I'm going to do this other part in a different area. Here's the reason, okay? The reason is, you know, they want me to do the ground wire here, which that's fine. I just need to do it on a more steady surface. But basically, all I'm going to do is I'm going to put this down in here. I'm going to have the ground wire here, but I need to take this ground wire and have it on the bridge post. Okay? But this is just a guitar case, and I don't want to pound it too hard. So give me a minute, and I'll be right back with you guys after I get this situated in, okay? I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I did get it in there. Basically, with the ground wire, you know, pretty much all you had to do, I kind of stripped some more of the wiring back and, you know, kind of spread it out. Make sure I had a good connection. That's one of the biggest things that you want to do, you know, because if you don't, you're going to get a lot of buzzing sounds and things like that. And that's something that you really don't want, okay? So, but yeah, we got those in there really good. Just to pound those down, all I did was take a washcloth, folded it over 3 or 4 times, and then hit it down in. Because they are rather tight, so you want to make sure you get them down in there. Alright, so I think we're getting to the point now where we're probably getting ready to put pickups in, but let's check. Alright, yeah, see it shows you here. The wire, put it down in there, all that good stuff, pound it down in. Okay, yep, so we are ready to do the pickups and the pickup rings, which I think the rings are already around the pickup, so that's good. Alright, so here are the pickups. And I think we discussed this before. If you notice, you got 2 different thicknesses of the pickup rings here. One, the thicker one will go on the bottom because that is your bridge, okay? Don't ask me how I know. I guess I'm just a genius. No, I'm not a genius by any means. But first, I think what we'll do is we will put in the neck first because we have to fish the wire through, okay? That would just make more sense. Now, there's a certain way you got to do this, and it shows you anyway, because you can follow your taper, follow the taper of the pickup ring there, and just feed it down through like thus. I do believe it's the same hole as all the wiring. Yep. Okay. So we will just start to feed this through, down through there. Okay. And just like that, at least get it through to there. All right. And that'll sit there like that. Okay, that's good. Now, we will take this and try to go on down through the hole. Somehow, some way. It's just all a matter of trying to feed it through all this other stuff down through here. And at some point, it comes down through the other hole, like magic. And I don't know. I'm not seeing it yet. Hang on. Okay, there. I grabbed that one. That's good. Okay, so... Uh-oh. The pickup fell out now. That's funny. Yeah, let's do one thing at a time, Dave. Let's do one thing at a time, buddy. Okay. So I think that's what we'll do first. We'll make sure that we got the pickup rings secured. Okay. So basically, you just line up the holes, and you just screw these babies down, okay? And that'll be it on that. Once we get this one down and secured, we'll move on to the next step. All right, get this out of the way. We don't need that in the way. Okay. Oopsie. Okay, guys, so we got that pickup in, and it's, let's see, that wire is right here. So now comes the question. So that'd be the neck. I would probably say the neck would probably go to this one here because that's the top. So that's where I'm going to put that. So here in a minute, I'm just going to hook up and make sure we have power. Everything works well before I continue much further, because we don't want to make that mistake. Okay. So let's go ahead and get this one ran through, and we'll go from there. Hopefully we can get this one ran through pretty simply. Hopefully. That getting a lot of stuff through there is kind of getting things jammed up, but that should go in there fairly easy because it's closer. Let's see here. Be careful. I don't want to drop that down. And yep, there it is. It came through, so that's good. All right, so that's good. Now, before I go any further, I will go ahead and definitely screw these down. So, give me a minute for that, and we'll have that done. Alright guys, so I got all those in there, that's good. So, let's flip this over. And we'll do our last plug here for, this would be for the bridge pickup. Well, one plug left, so that's got to be it, right? And then we're going to do a quick test to make sure we got power and everything. Because I don't want to get the whole thing together and be like, oh, well, crap, I got to redo this or I got to redo that. I might as well do it while I'm here, okay? Okay, so everything is wired up. You know, as far as that goes, that's good there. So I'm just going to go ahead and plug in for just a minute here, and we're going to see where we are. Make sure we do have power. As soon as I find a cord. Where's my cord at, stupid? Alright guys, so it is a good thing that I decided to go back through to make sure that I had power for everything. I had a couple of these reversed. Now, like I said, Fesley, if you're watching, okay? I think a good thing of advice would be to make sure, you know, maybe when you're doing these, if you could, like, even just number the wires, like the connections, like 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, that would be so helpful, especially when you're doing it this way, because I ran into a problem where, you know, I got to the treble and I'm like, why am I not getting any tone at all? But we got her now. If I turn this back up here. Oh yeah, and I plug this back in. Hang on a minute. So now, volume's up all the way, everything's good. There's your pickup, nothing up there. We got both there, and we have rhythm pickup, okay? But yeah, it would just make it a lot simpler is if it was like 1-to-1, or you can AA, BB, CC, you know? Just something, or color-coded, you know? Red to red, green to green, blue to blue. Something to make it a little more simple. All right, so we got those in there. So I think we're up to putting the knobs on now, okay? What we'll do is we'll put the knobs on real quick. They just slip on, and it shows the strap buttons going on. So let's get those done real quick like. These don't say volume or tone or anything. They just push down on top of the thing like thus, okay? There's that one, there's that one. There's that one. And there's that one. All right. I think we're cooking with Crisco here. Okay. Now I will say these knobs really feel smooth, and you know, they're not loose or anything, so that's good. Or they don't feel loose. Make sure they're on there good. All right. So, oh yeah, there's the bridge, or the stop bar, I'm sorry. And there's the bridge, so we'll make sure we get that on here shortly. Oh, he showed the strap buttons, right? Okay, so the strap buttons, I'm going to say, are probably these two screws here. And you got a little rubber piece you put in, so we'll get the strap buttons put on here. And probably ought to put the cavity covers on, you know? I mean, that would make sense, I guess. Let's go ahead and put this on here. Get these screwed in. Okay, it's starting to look like a guitar now. And I really don't know if I want to put the pick guard on. Sometimes when you put a pick guard on, it kind of like, I don't know, it's not that it changes the look of the guitar. Well, no, it does change the look of the guitar. It's kind of like a personal preference. I'm kind of liking it without it, honestly. I don't know. The one thing that I will say that I'm not really happy about with the pick guard is, I'll show you guys here in a second when I get that one in there. Okay. All right. But yeah, so you got this nut right here, okay? Whoops. And when I was just pissing around trying to line this up with the nut, you know, it actually pushes. That nut will actually like sit in here and scratch up the finish. So I'm not sure if I want to do that. I might. Okay, I might. But honestly, I don't even think I would need to have. I don't think I need to have that on there if I didn't want to, right? If I didn't want to, because wherever this here is going to be bolted at, you know. So it's got it going right here. This here's a screw. Put the screw in here like that. Tighten that down. Okay. Actually, that was the wrong screw. It might have been the wrong screw. I don't know. I think it's alright. Yeah, it's the right screw. Yeah, so basically, you have this screw in here. Okay, which already controls your height of the pick guard. Okay, I guess what I'm trying to say is, with that being like that, you don't necessarily, I mean, I don't have to have it on there. I mean, yes, it would be nice, and you know what, actually I can probably bend this up a little bit and have it sit down, or have it up there to where it needs to be that way. But, you know, we'll figure that out. Anyway. Alright, so real quick, I'm going to go ahead and get these covers put on the back. We'll get them screwed down, and then we'll continue. We'll get the neck put on, and we'll go from there. Here we go. All right, guys, so one thing that's cool is that this is recessed. The cavities here they have the recessed things going on. So the cover's set down in. It's kind of nice. So let's see where we're at next here. We got that done. Put the cavities on. They're wanting us to put on the pick guard. I will decide if I want to put the pick guard on later or not. I mean, I don't know. It don't look horrible. I mean, if I want to do that, we'll do that one of the last things. But as for right now, we're not going to worry about that. But it does talk about how to put the pick guard on really quickly. So it looks like that we are down. Where did it talk about putting the neck on at all? Oh, yep, sure did. That's weird. Okay. It didn't really show the neck going on, but it's got it in this picture here, which is kind of weird. You know, it shows it in there, but then the next one it's not on on the guitar. Kind of weird. But yeah, so I think, and then it shows you putting the neck on. I'm confused. Okay, so I think what I'll do is I will go ahead and we will go ahead and put on the tuners real quick since it's off the guitar. That'll allow me time that, you know, I can actually put pressure down on things if I need to screw those in really well. And we'll get all that done, and then we'll put the neck on the guitar. So let's go ahead and get these tuners put on. Okay, so these are actually kind of heavy tuners. You know, they're not super heavy, but you know, I have had other kits where they're a lot lighter. But yeah, so basically all you're gonna do is line these up. So you wouldn't put that over here because your hole's down that way. So just an easy way to do that would be just to line it that way. Okay, so you got that. What you'll do is you'll flip that over simply. You'll grab you a washer, stick that onto there, and this slides down inside, just like that. And then you just kind of screw that on. And you tighten it down. Yeah, that's where my lower tool comes in again. Right there. You just kind of screw that on. Kind of snug it. You don't need it super tight because your screw, you gotta get your screw in there and make sure you line up the hole with the screw. And I can't see anything. And that's about right there, okay? So that's where we'll want that one at. And so we'll just kind of go through the process. I'll probably just go ahead and put the screw in since I'm right there. Alright guys, so we're on the last one here. Pretty simple process, honestly. It's going on pretty smoothly. Not really giving me any problems at all. I've had other kits where I would literally wrestle trying to get the screws in or this or that. It seems to be lining up really well. Everything seemed to be going pretty smooth, so that's awesome. Okay, so those are all on there. I'm just going to go back through and kind of just slightly snug these, just make sure they're good. You don't want them to be loose or anything, you know. We want it to be nice and good. It's good, it's good, and that's good. Okay, so there we go. The headstock is done. All right, now one thing I will do since I'm already here, I won't do this on camera, but I will go ahead and use a little bit of, it's called fret frying polish or whatever from Musicnomad here. Just kind of give these a little bit of a shine, or there's just a very slight bit of grip, but nothing major. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that and probably just oil the fretboard. This looks like one of those engineered woods for the fretboard. It does have like an ebony look to it, but since I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'll do that off camera so you don't have to watch. So anyway, next thing I will be doing after that, we'll be putting the neck on. Okay. All right, guys, so I just got done putting lemon oil all over this and getting it all nice and shiny and good to go. So that'll be good. Now we're just gonna put this neck on. Hey, somebody's home. Ha, how about that? So let's go ahead and get the neck on here, and we will go from there, okay? Now this is gonna be kind of tricky because it's unlike other necks that just set into the cavity. This is going to be kind of weird because, let's see here. Okay, no, it's all right. Yep, okay, yep, there it is. Okay. Okay, so that did catch. That's good. So if that one caught, then that one should catch. Maybe. All right. Oh yeah. Lined up pretty good there. All right. Okay. So these are really going in really well. That's good. And we'll put one more right here. All right, and there it is. We are ready to string this bad boy up. All right, cool. All right, guys, so here we go. We're getting ready to pretty much just put strings on this and see where we're at. I got the truss rod cover put on. Everything's pretty well done. So we'll just, I ain't gonna film me putting strings on, but I am using my D'Addario 1046, my favorite gauge of string. But yeah, so I will be back with you guys shortly after I get this strung up, and we'll see what we got here, okay? All right, guys, here we go. We got the strings on here, the D'Addario 942, I think it was. So yeah, let's just. I was messing around a little bit, tuning it up. You know, I think I got the adjustments pretty close to where I need it. I'm pretty sure I need to intonate slightly. I did do a little bit, but I think I need to do a little more. You know, the G string, you know, and the B. But it's not horrible. For the sake of the video and saving more time, got a lot to do today. So, but yeah, let's just see where we're at here. This is some clean tones for you. There's the middle pickup. No middle pickup. You know, middle selection. And the bridge, or neck, the neck. And back to the bridge. All right, let's get right into some dirty tones. Now I tested out the pickups when I was doing this. My batteries went dead. I was gonna do a video shot of that. But the pickups pretty much came in. This is around close to 9K. And the neck was also around, I think it was like 8.5, close to 9. In between was around, I can't remember, it was like 4 something, close to 5. You know, so not super high output. But let's just see what it does with the heavier tone. All right, guys, so just got a little bit of reverb on some dirty tone here. Same setting I use in every video on my Blackstar ID TVP. Okay, 260. All right, so here we go. Let's see what we got. So you can hear articulation, all right? The reason for that, I said it before in other videos, if you get a lower output pickup, it allows your amp to work harder, I think. I've heard that from somebody, and it makes sense, you know. So you have more of an articulated tone that way. Doesn't sound bad to me. Let's go right into, let's do some lead tone test here. Middle. And the neck. And yes, I do suck at leads. We all know. Don't judge me. And don't leave a comment, please. Okay? Thanks. Sustain isn't bad. And we're still going. So that's pretty cool. So sustain is there, you know, sometimes. Not only with kits, but sometimes with cheap guitars, you know, the sustain won't be there. I mean, that's a long time. To let a note ring out. And the tuners seem to be holding in decently. I mean, overall, not a bad guitar for a DIY kit. All right, guys. So let's talk about this, man. This would be this run you about $169, I do believe, at the time of this video, anyway. Not a bad guitar, man. Sounds really good, and you know, like I said, if you want to sand this down, do whatever you want to it, you can definitely do that. You can, you know. I mean, whatever. You can prime this baby up, do whatever color you want. If you wanted to sand that down, you could stain it to whatever color you want. It's up to you. But for the timing of this video and the amount of stuff that I've been busy with, I decided to go ahead and put this thing together. You know, maybe in the future we'll revisit this and redo something with it. But for now, I really don't think it's too bad. You know, like I said, I do need to go through and intonate a couple of the strings. All in all, though, for the video, I don't think it did bad. You know, I adjusted the string height. Naturally, you do that with the, you know, bridge down here. There's no string buzz for me. It's right where I like it. And you can adjust all of that. It tells you how to do it in the book, wherever I put the book. Where's the book? But anyway, it lays out everything as far as what you're doing. It is a plug-and-play system, as we've seen. That makes it very nice. So yeah, and the tuners, they really held in halfway decent. Now, if this is something you're going to really, go into in depth, you may want to swap the tuners out. A lot of people do that. The nut, I'm not sure what kind of nut that is. I don't know if it's a bone nut or a plastic nut. It seems to be cut very well. The strings set in there very nicely. They're all very nice and evened out, so I don't think there's any issues with the nut. If you wanted to switch that out, you can do that too. That's what a DIY kit's all about. You do it yourself. You know what I mean? They give you everything here. If this is your first time you wanting to do a guitar kit or DIY kit, just like we talked about with the Fender. Oh! The Fesley Stratocaster type build. It was already pre-done. Everything was done. I mean, you didn't have to finish nothing. All you had to do is put it together, kind of like a little model car back in the day when you got a little model car from the store. Yeah, you put together and stuff, and everything was good, right? But seriously, really nice way to get started into the DIY stuff, and helps you learn things about like adjusting the truss rod and things like that, and stringing up your guitar even, or adjusting your height of your strings and things like that for action. As far as like plug and play, it's pretty straightforward, but like I said before, I think Fesley, if you are listening, maybe color code the plugs to make sure, because I didn't tell you this in the video. Okay, actually, these are reversed. Okay, so like this here is for the neck, and this here is for the bridge. Okay, it's supposed to be the other way around. Okay, this is supposed to be for the neck, that's supposed to be for the bridge, and I got it reversed. No big deal, I can swap that around. But if they color code it to where red goes red, blue goes blue, green goes green, that type of thing, it would make it a lot easier, especially when you're up here with the 3-way toggle. But other than that, frets are done fairly decent. They're not ball-end frets. There's a couple very light spots up in the high end here that may be an issue at some point, but for the most part, it's very smooth, and they're nicely done, man. Just a nice instrument, okay? I don't know what else to say. God. All right, guys, if you are interested at all, leave a link down below. Just click on that link. It'll take you right there. Maybe a coupon code there. I don't know. At the time of this video, there really wasn't, but for $169, I don't think it's too bad of a deal. Yeah, you got to put it together. I know you can get some Fesley guitars for around $200 or less. It's already done, ready to rock out, but there's a certain satisfaction when you go to put something together, man. And you can do whatever you want. If you wanted to sand this down, make it your own, that's kind of cool. All right, guys, that'll do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, it's all about the music. Later. Love ya. Bye.